Welcome back. This is Dan Havey with CF Ninja Hacks, and today we are talking to JC, also known as James Quilty, way down there somewhere in Texas. I forget where he told me. And he's got his auto recruiting funnel pretty much built out. He thinks he's got it done, but we're going to put it to the test today, and we're going to see how many different ways we can break it. And then once we fix his funnel, then I think we're going to look at a couple more things like his Woofu form and possibly setting up his integrations with, I forget what he said, Constant Contact or something. I don't know. But I will let James tell us what that is. So go ahead, James. What do you got for us?
All right, so I pretty much put all the stuff in that I think that we need for the recruiting funnel. Like you had said, I use GetResponse for the integration for all the emails. I got the Woofu form up, and I have the domain already set up, and so I'm ready to go through it and see what needs to be fixed, or what can we break it, or what other cool stuff we can put into it.
Okay. All right, let's just start off then, and let's just step our way through the site and see what we come up with. So we're just going to click on the link. It's on the right-hand side underneath where it says publishing, that little square box with the arrow. We're going to click on that, and that's going to bring us to a live site instead of being in a preview area. And I'm going to move my face out of the way here. And then, all right, James, so what do we got going on here? You pretty much kept Steve's site the way he had it. Are you happy with everything on here, or do we want to make some changes?
I'm pretty much happy the way everything is all set up. Like I said, this is the first time that I've set this up, and talking with Steve, he said keep everything the way that it is until you've built up your own testimonials and own following, and then you can start changing things. But until then, just use what I've already have established, and so that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay. All right. So let's just scroll down the page. And did you make any changes on here at all?
Not on the front part. No.
Okay. So now you're planning on fielding phone calls on this?
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to do that yourself, or you got a service?
I'm going to be doing it myself to make sure that I can get everything that I need, and then I'll put this procedure together, and I'll be able to hand it off to a salesperson. Okay.
And you got the four question script or whatever from Steve. Right. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Then let's do this. If you've changed nothing on the page, why don't we just scroll back up and click on the big orange button and put in down below the go back to the page we were on.
Okay.
Okay. One thing before we go any further that you might want to change, go back into the funnel editor and open up this page. So hit the edit page.
All right.
What I want to look at is what you got set for your metadata. Because I notice so go up to settings and then go down to SEO metadata.
Oh, gotcha. Yes. Okay. I have not changed any of that. So.
Okay. One thing, I don't understand what the one with the parentheses around it is. So you might want to take that out. I just see that on all of them, and I don't know why that's in there.
Okay.
Okay. And then go down to author. You want to probably put your name in there.
All right.
Okay. Now below that, you see where your SEO preview is, mm-hmm. and you don't have an image. So if you want to see an image, you want to click on the landscape box there to the right, and then put an image in there.
Yeah. All right. This will be good. Okay.
Okay. And then, all right, now what you want to do is save this page, and then we're going to, as long as we're doing this real quick, why don't you open up a new tab, and we got to go to, we'll just search for it. I think we'll just do that. So open up a new tab in the browser. And now type in the search line, Facebook debugger. Okay, that's probably it right there. Yeah, just let's grab that one. Okay, now type in your URL. So HTTPS, the whole thing. Colon / You forgot you got wrong order. It should be colon and then //.
My wife keeps telling me, you got to learn how to type, hit hunting and pecking. I said, yeah, I'll, one of these days I'll just hire somebody to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that in high school I took typing lessons. I was horrible at it, but I still took typing lessons. I can half type. What do you touch type? All right, now click on fetch new information. Because what this did is we changed all the metadata, so we want to make sure that, so you want to scroll down, and what you're going to see right now, if you were to put this up somewhere online, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see Steve's image. So click on scrape again. So whenever you change your SEO metadata, it's best to come in here to the debugger tool and make sure that Facebook picked it up properly. So that is going to show. So now if you put that address into anywhere on social media, and the Facebook, Twitter, whatever, you're going to get your picture and your metadata. Okay. All right. So cool. We got that fixed up then. So now let's go back into the page itself, not that one, the one to the right of it. The page we were on, we were in your live funnel. Okay. So the tab to your right. Okay, there you go. And let's reload the page, and the title or the one at the top should disappear. So because you changed out your title. Right here. Yep. Okay. Got it. So now let's move forward. Click to apply up top, or click on any one of the orange buttons. And put in a name and an email address. All right. And I'll blank all that out so nobody sees it. All right, so let's click the big button. And we're good to go here. And so you're okay with everything on this page too? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then let's just scroll down to the bottom and click on the button down there as well. Now you don't have to put anything in there. All right. Yeah, it doesn't even require a name. He has it set as a custom input instead of a name input, so it's not required. Cool. Okay. Okay, here's the first error you have. Where did we end up?
Application page? What was the error?
Yeah, whose application page?
My application page.
Nope.
No?
You're on Steve's application page. Look at the URL and the address line.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, this is the problem I saw last night. I start going through and I'm filling out the application on the right-hand side, and I go, wow, he matched Steve's application word for word. This is pretty crazy. I got about halfway through and I go, oh crap, I'm on Steve's page.
I'm glad that you pointed that out, because I wouldn't even figure that out. Okay.
So now let's go back into the funnel editor and let's fix this right away.
All right.
Yeah, exit out of there. Now the metadata on the follow-up pages doesn't really matter, because you're only going to be sending people to that very first page. Actually, you need to go to your NDA page, because that's where the bad link is. Okay. At least I'm assuming it is. It should just step through the funnel, but let's click on edit page and see what he did there. Because he must have put in, yeah, he did. He put in an actual URL there.
See, okay.
Okay, so pop that. Yeah, so click on that, and we're just going to change that.
Can we just next step in the funnel, right? Or
yeah, you just want to go over here and click on set action, and then you're just going to come to submit. You just want that to be submit. As long as you just go, you don't have to even wipe that out. Just go to the top here, just click on that. There you go. Because how a funnel works is a funnel is a linear set of pages, essentially. So if you don't override that, it'll just go page to page to page. Mm-hmm. Basically, it's just stepping down on the left-hand side. Okay. So as long as as long as everyone is just a submit the page, it'll just go to the next page in the funnel.
Okay.
So, okay, we got that straight now. So save the page. And then let's go back up to the tab we were in with Steve's page.
Right.
And click, once you get that open, now click the back button. Now, not the refresh, the back button, because we got to go back to that NDA page.
Okay.
Okay, now refresh that page.
Whoops. Huh.
Okay, go back.
Yeah, I'll refresh it. Hang on.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, refresh. Want to try it again?
Yeah, just, yeah, now see, as you hover over that button, if you look down in the bottom left-hand corner, it says Funnel Dad Secrets.
Oh, I see. Yep, okay.
Okay, so now we're good to go. So click on it.
Sweet. Okay.
And there we are, Funnel Dad Secrets. So this is now your...
Whew. I'm glad that you said that. I never would have figured that out.
Yeah, well, you would have. Eventually, you would have looked at that application and said, how come this is Steve's application? So you did a good job of getting this all set up. Yeah, scroll down so we can see it.
Okay.
Okay. And then, oh, I see another thing we're missing is the footers. Did you have a footer on your first page?
No, I didn't even look at that, as a matter of fact.
Okay. We should probably put that on my list of things here. The footer.
Footer, okay.
So, all right, why don't you just quickly walk through the application? I mean, fill it out so we can just move through the process.
Okay.
Now, once somebody fills this out, I have a video training on how to set up the Wufoo forms, but I've never, frankly, ever worked with them. Where does this data get stored?
Depending on if you have the free one or if you have the paid one, all of the applications themselves will go directly to your Wufoo account. Now, I know Steve, he has set up this form that'll go to a Zap and they'll go to a Google form.
Well, go to a Google Sheet. Yeah.
Yeah, Google Sheet. So right now I don't have any of that, set up just because when I was working through it, I only had a limited amount of time. So it's right now it'll go right to a Wufoo form. And anyone that's first starting out that isn't really technical, it is fine. It'll just list out all the applications.
Okay, and then you just the reason why Steve sends it then to the sheet is because then he embeds that sheet into the page. And that's a little bit, he doesn't even include that in this funnel. That's a little bit more higher end, and I am going to shoot some training on that as well. I'm pretty sure I have myself a note on that. If not, I should probably make myself one right now.
All right. So I fill out all the application. You ready to go to the next page?
I hope so. We'll see where we end up.
All right, here we go.
Okay, we did go to the right page. Okay, good. So we only had that one error.
Okay.
And you got, I assume that's your phone number in there?
Yes.
Now, I have not looked at these Facebook comments down here. Do you think that they're appropriate for just about anybody? Because I see Steve's name all over it, but I guess all the videos you have are pretty much talking about Steve anyway.
Yeah, I asked a question in the group, and it was, what do you do? What videos do you put in there if you are just starting out, you don't have any testimonials, and they're talking about Steve? And he said, leave them in there. You're working with me, and so you'll be leveraging what I have already done, because we are business partners. So the whole funnel will be geared towards you're working. This is my partner, my upline that I'm working with. I'm in Steve's organization, and so it'll flow. And then once you've built up your own organization, you have your own testimonials, then at that point you can put them in there. But he said for right now, just use it the way that it is, and just make sure that you have your own form and your own links so you can follow up with people. Right.
And the biggest thing is when you're getting those testimonials is you want testimonials about you. What's it like to work with James? Not what's it like to work with James and prove it, or
Right.
what, oh, Prove It stuff is so great. My toes tingle when I take it. And, it's more like, what's it like to work with James? Because that's the whole thing about recruiting them to come and work with you.
Right. And I think that's a great point that you bring up, because I know a lot of people, they brand themselves with whatever company that they're working with, not thinking, well, things have changed. Like for myself, I was in a different company, and then just because with business and like that, things change. And so now we're moving to a different company. But you're right, and if you have branded it for one company, well, you can't use any of that stuff. But if you keep it generic like that, like you said, then doesn't matter, what you're working with. It's all about, you and your systems and that sort of stuff.
All right. So now we're good to go on this page here. There's no link to go to the next page. So let's just go back up into the funnel editor, and we'll go and look at the last page in the funnel, which isn't actually the last page in the funnel. So the join page.
All right.
Go in and let's just take a look at that live. So not the page editor. Yeah, go to the live link.
Okay.
And links to join are all below. Here's how to join. So you pretty much left this all as is.
Right. Yeah. I haven't gone into to put this specifically on. Make sure that it goes to the whatever the supposedly the links are supposed to go to. But yeah.
Okay. Did you put in your Prove It link here on step 1?
I have not, and thanks for reminding me, because I didn't even think about that. So I got to do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I have a feeling if you click on that right now, you probably go to Steve's.
Yep.
And he would be very thankful for the money you're giving.
I'm sure he would.
Yeah. And then, so the second one is the Facebook group. And then the third link, that would be to the Hack MLM training.
Okay. All right.
Now, the question that Tony and I were having the other day was, should you give somebody this page so you're on the phone with them and you both decide that, yeah, they're the right fit and they're going to be part of your organization? My question is whether you should give them step 2 and step 3 right away. I definitely understand step 1, you got to get them to go and sign up. But what I think I would do is get them to sign up, and then after they sign up, then give them the rest of this page.
Yeah,
because you don't want them. Yeah. You don't want them getting the Hack MLM training. You don't want them joining your Facebook group until they've done step number 1,
right?
To sign up underneath you.
I'm glad that you brought that up. I want to write that down, because you could just send that directly to like a Steve has like a waiting list type page or a redirect page until they have actually signed up, like you said.
Well, we could do this too. Go jump back into the funnel editor page, and I'll show you how to swap this out really quickly.
Okay.
That you could do this.
All right.
So we're in the join page. Come over here to the bottom right and click on clone funnel step.
Which step are we going to clone? The join?
Yeah, the join will be cloned.
Okay.
Okay, now click and add to funnel. If not, it's going to put it into the other funnel steps at the bottom. Now,
right
just so we don't have an issue, what we want to do is the gear where it says edit page, go to the gear to the right of where it says edit page.
Okay,
click on that. And now change this name to join 2. Just put a 2 at the end.
Okay.
I meant number 2.
Oh, sorry.
I should be more specific.
Okay.
And then for the path, just wipe out the path and then click on update, or just delete that out and then update page. Okay. Now if you go up and click on the publishing tab up towards the upper right above that, publishing.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't mean to go to the page. Go back to where we were, into the funnel.
Okay.
Okay, now publishing right above where
I see. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
See how it updated it there too?
Mm-hmm.
So once you update it on the gear, it's going to update it there as well.
Dude, that's cool. I had no idea.
Yeah. And now if you go back to the tab, that you had opened right next to where we're at, and the page, right above there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, look at the address line. It had already populated that in there, join -2. So by wiping out that where it said join, by taking that out, it's going to then take whatever you had in the first line and turn that into your path.
Okay.
Okay. So now let's go back to the funnel editor.
Okay.
Now, so click on overview in the right below the blue line, right in the middle, overview. Or you could just click on where it said join to again.
Overview. Okay.
Okay. Now let's edit the page.
All right.
Okay. So what I think I would do, and the way I'm setting mine up is a lot different than this. But what I would do is, so the first time they come in, so you have the phone call and you send them to just the join page. And on the join page, I would have just step 1.
Okay.
Or maybe have step 2, but take out the links so that the links are dead. And you could even gray out the bottom part so that it's like, oh, well, this isn't available yet kind of a thing. You don't get this until you get signed up for real. I mean, that would probably be a good way to do it. So if you scroll down the page some, let me think here. How can we do this?
Or could you just put in, in between, step 1 and step 2, put in when you join, you will get, instant access to, the following below or something like that.
Yeah. You could just, so go up to the top piece here, and come down to the bottom, come down to the, section, the row. There you go. Add a new row. And probably just 1 column row would be fine. And then just let's just put in a text element. Just the headline element up at the top would be fine.
Okay.
And it didn't take. So go up and grab
it. Does this every once in a while. There we
go.
go.
It's hit or miss whether clicking on it works or not. Sometimes double clicking works, sometimes single clicking. It's so yeah, I mean, we can put in whatever we want here. So I mean, this is join 2, so you're gonna want to do this actually for your join 1 page. Mm-hmm. But so put in whatever text you want there. Once you sign up, then the links below will become available, and you can sign up for our Facebook training or our Facebook page and additional training or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds good for right now. Okay.
Yeah, just so you remember what it is. And then if you wanted to, like I said, you could even kind of gray out the bottom part down here. If you could do that, you'd have to duplicate this section, and then we would strip out the top part and then just put a dark overlay or something on this. No, actually, that wouldn't work because it'd have to be over the top of it. Forget I said that. That wouldn't work.
Okay.
But you can, you can play around with it. I mean, you can even just change the background color down here at the bottom. Mm-hmm. So go into the section, the row, and why did you do that? And then just click on the gear.
Is this 2 separate? Wow.
Yeah, he's got 2 separate rows there. I was kind of looking at that at first too, but then he has to because you got to have a 2 column row at the bottom.
Okay, got it. All right.
Yeah, and there's no border around it, and that's kind of the reason why. So
Did you go the background color that you would
background
change?
color, you can kind of change that, maybe make it a reddish color or something even. Okay, warning, you won't get this until later on. And then grab your opacity and the bar there and pull it over and make it a lighter color or something. What's that noise?
Is that good? Yeah, like that?
Yeah, maybe it's kind of pink, but yeah, I mean, just something so it kind of makes it stand out a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, you could even make it blue. Actually, blue might work better because that's more of a prove it color. Now slide that over and you could even just leave the top section just one color and the bottom section the other. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you can do to just kind of make it stand out.
Okay. What do you think? Good?
It's a little dark. I would go a little lighter on that. Either that or darken up the text where it said step 2. You'd have to come out and click. You'd have to come out and click on step 2 and then change the color there. Now you're in the column. I mean, you're in the row. You need
sorry. Thanks.
The element itself.
There you go. There we go. Okay.
Yeah. So
keep it the background color. You think good?
Yeah, I'd leave it at least for now. I mean, I guess you can kind of look up here where Steve's colors are in his fist thing there.
Mm-hmm.
Look at some of those colors, or look at the colors of the arrows. Maybe match that color.
Okay.
It's not that big of a deal because only time anyone's going to see this page is when they come in here after you've made the phone call, and they're going to come into this page. They're going to click on that link, and they're going to try to click on the other links, but it's not going to go anywhere. So you just make sure that those links are dead, and then you don't have to worry about it. And then when they come back, but it reiterates to them one more time, okay, this is all the stuff you're going to get.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So click save on that. And now this was your join 2 page, and actually what you just did here, you want on your join 1 page.
Join 1 page. Okay. Yeah. I can do that.
So all you got to do is swap the names and then pull one on top of the other. So click on, well, actually it doesn't really matter because you're going to be sending somebody directly to this page. Mm-hmm. So it's not really part of the funnel. So yeah, you want to make sure you save this before you back out.
Now, the step 3, this 30 days to 1K month blueprint, that's the hack MLM, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's been a bunch of debate in the Facebook group about, oh, when should I be giving people this thing? And I just keep telling them the same thing. You don't give this to somebody until they're in your downline.
You mentioned that, it was like yesterday. I remember saying that. It's like, yeah, it's a bonus. It's not because, and again, when I still remember when Steve was talking about it before they launched it, he was like, listen, I'm giving this, to all of you, so you can use it, but he's using it as a lead magnet. And that's why when he opened up the group and it wasn't private anymore, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So yeah, if you give it to him early, like I had right here, it's going to go right to Steve's page and he's going to thank you for all the traffic.
Oh, hey, you're thinking about getting in my downline here. Why don't you go get all this great training from Steve and make sure you click on his link? That's just, no, don't do that.
That's right. Do that, so. And then you're going to be calling him Steve. This is a scam.
yeah, I knew this was a scam. All right, let's exit out of here if you saved it.
Okay. All right. Let's get out of here. Okay.
All right. Now, the next page is, I hope you've seen these. So scroll down a little bit further. And have you gone to these funnel steps down here at the bottom?
Yes, I have. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Click on module 1. And let's go into the editor for that one.
Okay.
Okay, so just hover over the first image, and Okay. Yeah, click on it. We're going to have to open it up.
Okay.
Okay. You didn't change out the URL, did you?
I haven't changed. No, like I said, I have not got.
Okay. I thought you. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you had said you had done this. So here's what we have to do, and I had to go through this with Tony, but it's good to repeat it. And
Okay.
I'm probably in the next day or two, I'm going to probably write some code that will more automate this process. Meaning, what we're going to have to go through right now is going to be very painful for most people, especially people who aren't used to working in the editor.
Mm-hmm.
So what we need to do is back out of this page, and then I need you to open up a Word document or a text document or something like that.
Okay.
So hit the exit and leave the page.
All right. You said you needed me to open up a Word document?
Yeah, a text document would be better than Word. But if you don't have like a text editor, Word will be fine. Okay, reduce this screen size down. So, because we want to be able to move this thing around. Okay, there you go. And what we have to do now is, okay, so we are in Module 1 preview. What we want to do is grab that link from the top of the page.
Right here? This one?
Yes.
Right here, right? All right.
I guess it's not the top of the page. So just triple click on it. I had to teach Tony that the other day.
Oh, is that how it works? Okay.
Yeah, just in the middle, triple click. There you go. And then Command or Control C. I work on a Mac most of the time, so Control C, copy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then pop open your Word document, paste that in.
Okay.
Okay, now we have to go to Module 2 down at the bottom on the left. And you don't have to click that little icon. You can just click anywhere in that box to open that up.
It's a funny story. The day I knew that I was never going to be a computer guy was it was my first. Actually, it was my second semester in college, and I had to take a Fortran class.
No, Fortran. How old are you?
Dude, no, I'm not that old. I'm 47.
Right. Well, no, that's my point. Is you're way too young to be taking Fortran.
This was the whole point. Was one. I remember, and I got in an argument. Steve talks about getting in an argument with his instructors. Got in an argument with them because at that, I remember it was like 90. So I graduated in 89. Second semester was like 90, and we had to take Fortran. It was required for our degree. And I remember asking the instructor, and at that time they had moved over to C. I don't know what they're doing now, but it was C+. That was the current language that they're all using. And I asked them, I said, what do you have us taking this for? This is totally outdated. It's not going to give me or serve me anything, when I move on, to the engineering world and stuff. He said, this is just a requirement. This is what you got to do. And I said, I'm learning a dead language. You're just taking my money. And he was like, you just got to do it. You have to know this or you won't. I said, we should be learning C+. And, we're going back and forth. And I said, this is a scam. School. I said, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. I've never did C+. When I first got into college, I had a dual major, computer science and mathematics. And when I was a senior in high school, 1981, 82, we had 4 Apple II computers. They were like the first time anybody had ever seen a computer were these Apple IIs. And I learned how to program in AppleSoft Basic. And my sister was in college at the time back in Wisconsin, and she was failing her Fortran class. And so I said, give me your book. And I sat down within like half an hour. I wrote her code for her.
Really?
Yeah, because Fortran and Basic are essentially the same language. And once you learn any language, whether it's Fortran or whatever, you get the basics. You start understanding what loops are about and how to sort things and how to use functions and subroutines and all that. And once you learn that stuff, even when I'm writing code in JavaScript now or jQuery, it's all the same thing. It's the same basic principles. And once you understand it, you understand that a computer is just nothing but a series of boxes. And all you got to do is take stuff out of one box and stick it into another box, and that's how it works. And if people think like that, I mean, when you're building your pages, what are you doing? You're stacking up a bunch of boxes and putting stuff inside of them. Yeah. But I'm just surprised, though, if you're talking early 90s, that you were doing Fortran, because when I left school, when I graduated in 88, I had moved from the computers and got a degree in finance. Mm-hmm. And so you got them all in now?
Yep.
Okay, so if you got them all in now, then let's go back to the very first page. Module number 1. Okay. So, by the time I was leaving, everybody I knew was taking C+ or C++ or whatever at that point. So, go into the page editor. I burned out on the computer stuff because they made me learn Pascal. I had 3 semesters of Pascal. It's just horrible.
Wow.
It was the worst programming language in the world. So what we need to do is, so you have 5 modules across the top here, 5 images across the top.
Right.
So for each one of these, we need to put in that link. So module 1 link is going to go into video 1, module 2 into video 2 across the screen.
Okay.
You have to do that with every one of these. Here's the bad part, is because there are 5 pages, you have to do this 5 times. So you have to put in 25 links in order to get this all to work.
Okay. So, whoa. Okay. Walk me through it.
Okay. So triple click on there and copy that out. And now go over to the image on the left. There you go. Click on it. Open it up into the link URL, not the image URL, the link URL. There you go. Paste that in. And now go back out to your Word document and grab number 2.
So we have to put all 5 in here, and then we go to the second one and go all 5. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. So go grab link number 2. Because if not, all of these are going to be like we did earlier, where we ended up on Steve's funnel.
Okay.
All of these are linked to Steve's funnel.
Okay, so this is the first picture, and I got the first one. So I just grabbed module 2. Where do you want me to put it?
Okay, you need to go into video number 2. So the image for video number 2.
Got it. Okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Because when somebody clicks on any one of these images, no matter what page they're on, they're going to go to that page. So they click on video number 3 image, they're going to go to page number 3.
Okay. All right. I see what you're saying. Okay. Great. Things have sort of changed. I remember.
Hang on. I just see you made a mistake there. You didn't wipe out the other URL. You just appended yours to the beginning of it.
There we go.
Okay.
Better? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I don't know if you did that with number 2, so you might want to check number 2.
Okay, I see.
Just scroll to
Yep. You're right.
But at least they wouldn't go to Steve's page. They just go nowhere.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, and save occasionally. Even though Tony and I found out the other night that they must have some sort of autosave feature in here, because we couldn't get it to save it all, but when we refreshed the page, it had kept all of our changes.
That must have been a new one because they didn't have that before. And I don't know if they fixed it or not, but when they switch over to the new editor, when you do copy and paste, that's usually what I'll do. I'll click and I'll go, copy, and then we'll paste. Well, it wouldn't save it. And for the longest time, I couldn't figure out what was the problem. Like, you put something in here. And I remember listening to, it was Russell, and he was talking about the editor, and it was just in passing, somebody had asked a question. He's like, oh yeah, you have to do a Control-C, Control-V, and then it'll save it in there. If not, it'll always revert back to what was originally in there. And I'm like, and I've been like struggling for like 2 months and I couldn't figure out. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, that's just crazy. I mean, this editor is great, but it's got some issues sometimes. Okay, let's save the page and now let's preview it.
Okay, saved. Got it. Preview. Okay. All right.
Okay, now hover over any one of the images and then look at the URL in the bottom left-hand corner once it's done loading itself. Well, oh, it's an image. That's right. If you hover on an image, it won't do this. So click on any image. Okay, so we went to the right place, funneldadsecrets.com, but now click on video 3, and we're back to Steve's site because we went to page 2. So we fixed all the URLs on page 1, and that's what we had previewed.
Right.
And then you clicked on page 2 or video 2, and we have not fixed all the links in there.
Huh. Okay.
So that's why you have to fix all the links on all 5 pages. So that's why I'm saying there's 25 separate links you have to put in. And then over here on the right, you got meet name. And in this case here, actually, let's go back to that live page, or let's go back to the page we were editing. So the 3rd tab from the left up on top.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, you're in Steve's site right now.
Jeez. Okay.
You can always tell that because the proof button is popping up in the bottom left-hand corner. See, now you're back to your page.
Yeah,
No, we are still on Steve's page there.
Yeah,
but yeah, go back into the editor.
Okay.
Okay, now go over to the far right where it says meet, and you're going to want to change that out. So yeah, click on that, open it up. Now the very first video when you come into the next page is Miles. So actually go back to the editor. I'm sorry, we didn't want to open that up. I said open it up. Go back to the line itself. Go over where it says, yeah, click on where it says name.
You want the blue one? Or?
No, just click on where it says name. Okay, now we open up the editor so we can swap out name with Miles. M-Y-L-E-S.
Oops. Okay.
Okay, now it says on image click. On image click. Why is this? All right, so go down and highlight the image. Is that an image? Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. It says on image because that's what it says on all these. Okay. So open that up. And again, we need to swap out that link URL. So you're going to go into that list of all the URLs you made and grab the very first ones because that one should be Miles.
Okay. Okay, got that. Meet Miles. So that should be done. Okay, got that. So that will go right to
now
Miles.
with all of them, you're going to pretty much want Meet Miles in there with all of them. So so save this and then let's pop out of here and we're going to go to page 2, module 2. And we're not going to go through all of these, but let's just go to module 2 and take a look at that.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. Exit out of here. We'll go back into the editor. So when you're completely done setting all this up, you're going to want to go into every single one of these pages live and click on every single link.
I see.
Make sure they all bring you to the right place. Because it's easy enough to mess this up, like you saw before, how you just pasted in the one link right on top of the other link.
Right.
So there's a million ways that this can get screwed up.
I see what you're saying. Okay, now I understand. All right. You have to go into each page. I was like, well, we just changed it all out on this one page. You have to go and do that same thing on each of those pages.
There's 5 pages. Yeah, because every time you click on one of these images at the top, it takes you to a different page.
Gotcha. Yeah, now I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. All right.
And you see up here at the top, so now the unlocked is now covering the first two videos, whereas before it was only covering the first, the one video.
Okay.
So that's nice the way he has it scrolling across. So now you have to go in here to video number 1 and put in link to page number 1. Go to video number 2, put in the link to page number 2, video number 3, page number 3. Yeah. And I'm partly saying this too because hopefully, you know, at some point somebody else is going to see this, and in case they hadn't got completely there yet, now they're going to understand it. And then, of course, you're going to go over here to the right again, and you're going to put in Meet Miles, or you could put in one of the other names as well, because we haven't even looked at those pages yet, but all 3 of the testimonials are on the same page.
They are? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, you understand what's going on here. You understand the links you have to change out. So let's exit out of here, and let's go in and take a look at one of those pages.
Okay. All right, go right to Miles. I see. And then we got to do the same thing for these.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
The other thing is I haven't looked at this yet is that says desktop only on there. So that's one of the things I want to look at with you.
Okay.
At the time is how this is set up for mobile, to see how they're doing this on mobile.
Here, you want to pull it up? There we go.
So it just says Meet Miles, and you don't have the 3 links. Huh.
Well, what I think is, obviously, this is desktop, so this will be on the side when it comes to the page. But then with mobile, you're still getting that email that'll send you to each of those pages. I think this is just because if he had this on mobile, then you had Miles and the pictures and maybe
it'd be the 3 of them stacked up underneath the video.
Right.
Is how you would do that. And yeah, there's really no way to put them 3 side by side. You could, but because I've done that before, where you go in and you actually hack the code inside of the thing, inside of the. I won't get too technical with it, but you can hack the code in a certain way where you can inject 2 and 3 column rows into a single column, but I think it still stacks them up on top of each other. So it's got to be the way they're going to have to do that there. So let me just make a. Okay, so let's pop back out of the mobile editor there, and back into the desktop.
Oh, okay. All right.
So the point is on this here, once you get that back open, is you're going to have to do exactly the same thing here. So grab your Miles, your Allison, and your Don links to those pages, put in all 3 of them here, and then do it on all 3 pages.
3 pages.
So again, we have 9 more links that need to be pasted in.
I'm so glad you went over this, because when you first said that, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I totally understand now. Okay, that makes sense. All right.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to go through this again with somebody and maybe another 3 or 4 or 5 people, because this is without a doubt the most difficult part of all.
I never even would have, I never even would have looked at any of this. I would have had no idea whatsoever. I'm so glad that I got this opportunity to go through with you, through this, with you. And I'm sure there's a lot of other people who would be just like me, like, okay, we got the share funnel. I just need to put in the application and, okay, I'm good to go.
Yeah, Steve would have been better off not putting those links in there, unless his evil, diabolical plan was to steal all your traffic, and I don't think that was probably it. But that's basically the end result of what is going to happen if somebody doesn't come in here and fix this. All your hard work, all your money, all your whatever is just going to be sending people straight into Steve's funnel.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So you got to make sure you swap this out. Now, if you scroll down on the page further, you also have to fix that.
Oh, yeah, number. Okay.
On all 8 of these pages, because I don't know if you changed any of the other copy on here, but you definitely changed out the phone number.
The phone number, okay. Got that. Okay. Awesome.
Okay, and then again, he's got footer on all these pages. You can either put in a footer on the pages or you can just take out the word footer. But if you got a logo or something like that, that'd be a good place to drop that in at the bottom. You could even drop in affiliate links down here at the bottom too if you wanted to be affiliate for Secret MLM Hacks.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's
you
great.
could drop that logo down at the bottom too.
Okay.
You know, more additional great training on MLM, go here kind of thing. Now, you have the risk, though, at that point of taking somebody out of your funnel, sending them over to Secret MLM Hacks, where they find out more about Steve, and you risk losing them at that point and not necessarily even getting a commission out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's here or there, whichever way you want to go on that. But yeah, so eight more pages where you're going to have to fix that phone number.
Okay, got that. Yep.
Okay, now let's exit out of this page and let's go back to the application page. I'm sorry, the apply. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
And go in to edit it.
Okay.
Okay, now scroll all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so for the footer at the bottom on your first page, especially if you're going to be sending traffic to it like Facebook, YouTube, Google ads, anything else, you definitely want to have a footer on this page. So you need your company name, you need an address, terms of service, and a privacy policy. Those are the four main things you really need. I'm pretty sure. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. That's pretty much what you need for compliance reasons to be able to get a Facebook ad running.
Got it. Okay.
So that's all pretty simple. And I actually just shot some training the other day on how to set up legal pages and footers and stuff like that. So if somebody doesn't know how to do it, there'll be a link somewhere close to this video that will be called footers and legal pages, and just click on it. And I got some training there.
Sweet. Okay.
Okay, let's back out of here. So we took care of the footers. I don't know if there's going to be any mobile issues. I think Steve probably has those handled. And you already had your Wufoo form taken care of. We had that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so integrations to get somebody to sign up onto the list. You said you use, I forget who.
Get Response.
Get Response. Do you have that integration set up in your ClickFunnels account?
Yes, I do. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go to the settings tab up in the upper right of here. Let's click on that. Okay, so if you're using Get Response, you don't have to have a SMTP set up. That's right. Okay, so go back over to your apply button. Apply, yeah, the page. Let's open this page back up. Okay, in the top in settings, not the pop-up, settings, integrations, Get Response, campaign.
Apply to join. There we go.
Okay. So now we save that page. And that's it as far as getting your integration set up. Once you set up your integration, and in fact, why don't we bounce out of this and let's just go to that integration page just so that people know what we're talking about if they're watching this video.
Right.
So exit out of the page.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't mean that. Go back to the tab. Okay, no, so exit there, yes. And then go up to the upper right-hand corner where your picture is up there and scroll down to integrations and Get Response. Click on that. So this is where anyone who set up any kind of integrations, you see you got Get Response, you got MailChimp. I think you might have had Actionetics. And all you do here is you go into Get Response. They'll give you an API key. You drop in your API. you update your integration, and that's how simple it is to integrate with any outside autoresponder. So that's good to go. So we can tick that one off of our list.
Okay.
And we got the mobile thing. So the only other thing we're going to deal with is, let's go. Oh, wait, let me see here. You're using get response. So we don't have, are you on the 297 plan?
No, I'm on the 97 plan.
Okay. So you don't have access at all to did you download the emails from Steve?
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You downloaded them as a PDF?
PDF, yes.
Okay. So the only thing with that is I would show you, I wonder if we can share my screen.
That'd be cool.
All of the millions of places you also have to change out the URLs. All the places within the emails themselves that you have to change out the URLs. Now, you got it as a PDF, so there won't be any of Steve's URLs in there, but I don't think there are anyway. If I recall looking at the emails inside Actionetics, I'm pretty sure there's no links in there to Steve's site, but I could be wrong. But on one page, I know there's at least 5 different places you got to change out the URLs.
If I remember correctly, because I did kind of glimpse through the emails, the only links I believe that would be in there because the emails are supposed to push you back towards the application. So anybody that didn't finish, that's the whole point of all the emails, is to keep pushing you back to fill out that application. So I think they go back to his, or the funnels application page. But
yeah,
like
actually, it's only the very first email that sends them back to the application.
Oh, okay.
Every other email is an email to those 8 pages at the bottom of the funnel.
Oh, okay.
So like email number 2, here, let me see here if we can unshare your screen and then share mine.
Oh, there it goes. It just cleared up. Okay.
All right, so let's go into Actionetics and let's go into follow-up funnels. And here's the funnel right here. And so the very first step is finish the app. We can click here, we can click down here, and we'll open that up. And you're seeing my screen now, right?
Yes.
Okay. And we will click on edit the settings. And we'll click on next. Oh, wait, I have to put in my SMTP. Okay, it's already there. Saving. And then we'll edit the email. Okay, now I can see you.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah. Okay, now let's edit email. And so in here, I had already put in some of these. So here is a link to, this is actually just my, not my custom domain, but this is just my subdomain. So here is one link you have to put in. But then, so this one is the very first one. This is the application, or finish the app is what they're calling it. And so you have link number 1 here, but then in the image, there's a link as well. Let's see if we can get that to open. So you got to put in a link right here for the image. And then for the button below that, you also have a link. And all these links are taking somebody back to the application page. Okay. So the page where you have your Wufoo form, that's where all these take it back to. And then here we have a text link. So if you click on it, come on, work. Well, trust me, it's a text link, and there should be a little pencil popping up at the top. And then, I didn't even notice this the other day. There's apply here. So here's a little pencil. So you should have that link on the apply here. And then, of course, you need to take out Steve's name. And then you have another link down here at the bottom where you just put in a text link. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different places on this page where you're supposed to put in that application page link. And then what do you, with the ones you got, they probably didn't have Steve's footer at the bottom?
No, they didn't.
The one you had, the PDF, okay. What I was talking with Tony about the other day is if you're working and you're actually in Actionetics and you have these, you could kind of play around with this and swap out some of these things. I wouldn't leave in any of the links to Steve's stuff. But what you could do is you could put in your affiliate link down here to secret MLM hacks.
Mm-hmm.
And try to get a little commission off of that. And then, of course, with all of your emails at the bottom, you have to put in your footer. And so, again, there you need your company name, address, terms of service, privacy policy, and most importantly, you need an unsubscribe link. So if you're inside of Actionetics, your unsubscribe link is just hashtag UN_SUB hashtag all uppercase. And again, I have training on how to get that set up. So let's just close this out without saving it. And what I want to do then is go into the second video, the second email. And we're going to edit the settings on that. Because with this one here, then this is what is going to send the people to those 8 videos below the page or below the funnel. So this very first one here, video 1, you're going to want to put in the links to your video 1 page, your module 1 page. So it says here, if you didn't finish the application, so here you're going to put in your application page link. But then down here, so it's the first video, blah, blah, blah. Right here, you're going to put in the URL to the module 1 page. And then again, you got your video, you got your image here. You're going to put in the link there. You're going to put the link in the button. You're going to put the link in the text up here at the top. And then take out Steve's name. And then you got to put in your phone number down here as well. So if they want to skip the line, give you a phone call, and then do something with the footer. So there's, 10 or 12 different emails. You have to go through and set all those up. And each one has 4 or 5, 6 links that have to be put in there as well. So that's really the hardest part of doing all this, is having to put in all those links.
Okay.
Yeah. And then go through and test them all. So there is a function in here. Let's click the next button. And review for sending. And then over here, you can put in your email address and you can send yourself a test. So after you do every one of the pages, if you're inside of Actionetics, I know you're not going to be, but if you are inside Actionetics, then send yourself a test, and then that way you can see what's going on. And James, I'll tell you what I say in all of my training, and I talked a lot with Tony the other day, is to get people in and to get them started as quickly as possible, to just have them go in and sign up for Actionetics MD.
Okay.
Just do the $297 plan for the first 2 weeks. If at the end of the first 2 weeks, they can always request an additional 2 weeks. And my understanding is most of the time ClickFunnels will give them an additional 2 weeks. So they could realistically have 4 weeks of free working in Actionetics MD and get everything set up, get it running, get some money coming in, and then be able to pay the $297 fee every month.
Okay.
And I think that's the best way to people. And the thing is, to downgrade is really super simple. Let me just go into my account details. And I'm going to shoot a video on this for people who are struggling and just want to be on the $97 plan. Let me see here. Is it profile? No, it's account billing. Choose a different plan. And you can just click on downgrade. That's how simple it is to downgrade from wherever you're at. See, I have Actionetics MD, and I got that hooked up in Orlando last year.
Okay.
But if somebody doesn't want that, they can just click on the downgrade button. The nice thing about setting up Actionetics MD is you don't have to have an outside autoresponder like you had,
right.
And getting that set up and having to do whatever you all have to do inside of Constant Contact to get that thing to work. Now, or if you're on the $297 plan and you don't have MD, you have to set up SendGrid. And that can be quite the process. So again, in order to get your people up and running as quickly as possible, just Actionetics MD, get it going. You might be able to have it for free for a month. And hopefully within that month, you made $300.
Okay.
or you'll be getting $300 coming soon, however quickly the MLM pays.
Okay.
Yeah. So my question is, what else? You got anything else you want to talk about before we wrap this up?
Let's see. We got the funnel going. Oh, I'm assuming that it was a lead magnet, that you had posted that went to your was it Secret Ninja Hacks? Was that just a generic training, or is that again specifically just for setting up this type of a funnel?
Well, CF Ninja Hacks itself is all things ClickFunnels, really. So let's just pop in here. You can come here. You can log in with Facebook, or just put in an email. I'm just going to put in an email and sign up. And then we'll do this again. Do you like that lightning in the background?
I did like that, yes.
I had a guy the other day begging me to show him how to do it. I think once I showed him, he was probably disappointed.
I love the whole ninja cube and how it comes, rotating in. I was like, dude, that is awesome.
Well, we'll see how it works here, because I'm recording, and on Zoom, it'll probably take, well, it's actually loading relatively fast. And the reason why that's there more than anything else, besides the fact that once I did it, I thought it was really cool, is this page takes a long time to load, because I really put a lot of code into this thing, like how this all works on the left-hand side here. This isn't native to ClickFunnels. So you open this up, and you got your different, the way you can open up all these different tabs and close them all. Yeah, this definitely is not native to ClickFunnels. So all of this I had to code to put in there. Your normal tab would just look like this.
Right.
And so that's what I got down here. So network marketing secrets, that's where I got all the network marketing stuff. And this can only be seen by people who come in through that funnel. So when they come in through the, what do I call it? Autorecruitingfunnels.com. When they come in through there, actually, let me just...
Did you just set this up? Because as soon as you post that in the Facebook group, I went in, and a lot of that training that you just had, that just popped up, was not in there.
That's been in there for probably a week.
Huh.
So here's the autorecruitingfunnels.com, and we'll just log into this, and it'll bring us to exactly the same place. But what this will do is I have a deep link set up on this, and so it should bring it down and automatically just open up the MLM stuff at the bottom. So we'll see. It's already logged in, so we'll see if it works or not. Yeah, it worked out just fine. So it just drops you straight down here to the bottom and highlights the very first video.
Huh. Okay. That wasn't. I got to go back in and see that, because you had step 1 through step 5. Yeah, that wasn't in there. The network marketing secrets. You had some case studies in there. But I was like, okay.
Well, there's all kinds of case studies up here at the top, but also let me just go back up here. There's all this training up here. So under pre-funnel, so account details. So if you need training on how to set up custom domain, SMTP integrations, that's all in here. Teaches you how to choose your funnel and your funnel pages, whole funnel editor. And the next thing I'm going to work on when I get beyond some of this MLM stuff is all the page editor videos.
Yeah. Could you, Dan, if you don't mind, can you scroll up just one more time? Just hit, okay. See this page right here? Where you have, the free .com secrets, book. And then if you go further up, that's where you have, the training. When I had gone in, you had the bottom part right here, which went to the .com secrets. All that other training up there on a lot of those links, it was not up there. It was just if you're enjoying this free training, and then down there, everything else was not there on a lot of it. That's why I was asking. I said, did you just put that in there?
Oh, well, maybe you ended up, for some reason, you might have ended up on a coming soon page. Might ended up on that.
Yeah, that's what a lot of the links were going to, just something like that. No training, but it was just a coming soon and stuff.
Okay. But did you notice here what happened there? That changed. the ad at the bottom changed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I got it set up. I got like 35 ads in here. And every time you go from one lesson to the next, it randomly pulls in a new ad.
That is cool.
Yeah. That took a little bit of coding to figure that one out.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
So you went above and beyond in this right here in this site than what you had shown in the affiliate outreach.
Oh yeah. No, well, like I said, I made up most of that on the fly.
Oh, okay.
What had happened, I was at the old MLM we were in. I was at some training with Steve, and I said, oh, hey, here, I got to show you some stuff I'm doing with these membership sites. And I showed it to him, and a month later I get the call, and he says, hey, can you do this training for me? So I was very, very lucky that I happened to show him some of the stuff I was doing.
Cool. All right. That's cool. This is okay. And then if you go, can you scroll all the way up to the top, and right up in the top where it says CF has Ninja Hacks, and then right below has CF. Is that just your logo, or because I know that was in the other funnel too, or is that supposed to be a placeholder for something?
This up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a logo. I mean, if you ever look at like JavaScript code, JavaScript code is these colors and this that's how you write it. You camel case it like that and stuff. And so I thought, oh, that'd just be kind of cute to make that my logo.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you said that, because I was like, oh, wait, is this supposed to go to something?
Well, actually, I do see that as I go over it, it's giving me a pointy finger, but yeah, it doesn't do anything. Shouldn't. It's just an image. But then I have this in here, how they do that. So if you see something on another site you think is cool, just send me an email and let me, ask how they did it, and maybe I'll give you an answer.
Sweet.
Maybe I won't. I'll probably just steal your idea and use it. That's all. That's just how I roll. So
very good. Hey, hey, as long as you figure it out, that I'm all good with it.
Yeah. So here's the video actually on that membership site.
Yeah, that was the one that. Yeah, that was the one that I had saw. I was like, that is really cool.
Yeah, it turned out super cool. And I put in pagination between the different chapters, which is actually between different sections inside of your membership site.
Uh-huh.
And so I've not seen anybody else do that. But then I also got my previous next up here, which if anybody's wondering, no, that is not Jamie Smith's code. I wrote all this code myself. I generally don't use Jamie's code. So not that there's anything wrong with it. I just, I did use some the other day. Somebody, actually the same guy here, I built out his order forms, and he needed the PayPal and the Stripe on the same page. So I did use Jamie's code for that. But yeah, that's it. So the MLM training is all down here at the bottom. And so the video of Tony from the other day is right down here under case studies. So this is
case studies. Okay.
Yeah. So your video will live right here on the same page.
Yeah. That was not popping up. So I will go through one more time. But yeah, all that was not, it wasn't coming up. The ad that you were having pulled in was coming in, but there was no case study. It was just the ad.
And you did this yesterday after I put up that link.
Yeah. It was about 5 minutes after you had posted it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it should have been there because I put that up first. So,
And I went through it again this morning, same thing. Because again, I was prepping for, for our call and stuff like that, and the same thing.
Okay. All right. So anything else that we can help you out with today?
Dude, that is awesome. Dan, you have been amazing. Thank you so much. This has been eye-opening, and it makes me just grateful that there are people like you that are doing this stuff. I don't have to try and figure it out.
So you don't have to do it alone. I on the very first page of my CF Ninja Hacks site, CF Ninja, oops, I'm spelling it wrong probably, cfninjahacks.com. Let me see here. Yeah. That's what I put in this line here. Stop wasting precious time funnel hacking alone.
Oh, so true. I mean, just basically where those links were, I had no idea that's what, Stephen had done. Just going through that alone, made this, this whole training, worth it. Cause I was like, oh my God, I had no idea.
Yeah. And the nice thing about this now is you're going to have this asset that you can show to your downline, and you could also warn them ahead of time, but then also show this to them and go, okay, just watch what we did in this video, and you'll get the idea of what you got to do to fix this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been awesome. And if I come up with anything or any questions, and you go ahead and you're able to pull the code and whatever, hey, you can have it. You can have the rights.
But once I write the code, I own the rights anyway. So
okay, well, at least it just made me feel good. That I was giving you something.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, if you have no other questions, then we're just going to wrap this up for the day. And it has been a pleasure. It's been it's only been an hour and a half. That's not too bad. And so we're going to wrap it up. And so anybody who's watching this, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, or feel free to reach out to James, because he's now an expert at all this. And so just hit him up and ask him questions. And then if he doesn't know, he'll call me.
Yeah, I will.
How's that sound? All right, brother, we're going to wrap this up. You have a great day.
Hey, you too. Thanks again.
Okay. All right.
Bye-bye.